I find it so fucking funny that adults are just giant children. And I don't even mean that in an insulting or ironic way. I mean, literally, we are just giant fucking children. Yo, I'm gonna fucking fart. Holy shit. Yo, I was dogging the famous Amos before this. Oh man, those shits are good. And what a perfectly unplanned way for me to start this video, huh? Me farting right into the fucking mic. I could just end the video right now and call it a day. We ain't beating the adults or giant children allegations. But it goes beyond fart jokes. Dude, have you noticed that every single thing that we had in our lives as kids are just replaced as an adult? Adults love to make fun of kids for making a big deal out of nothing, but literally, as you become an adult, it just gets replaced with something different. Being the fastest kid at recess, now that was power. That was a level of status that very few had, but if you had it, good lord, were you powerful. It was understood that you're him. You're that guy. The type of guy that girls are going to put an extra piece of candy into your paper bag on Valentine's Day. The type of guy that they're going to get married to at recess. It was a big fucking deal. Now I want you to take a moment and realize that being the fastest kid at recess becomes being the richest guy around town. Back in the day during indoor recess, if you had a John Cena action figure, you were cool. Having the John Cena action figure literally becomes having your own place. Yeah, like if you have Jimmy Wang Yang, like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Basically, you still live at home if you have Jimmy Wang Yang. Having your own pair of Heelys is literally just having a car. Getting the brand new game console literally becomes bagging the hottest chick and marrying her. You see what I'm saying? It's literally all the same shit. We have always been in a constant game of flexing our cocks back and forth. Humans crave social status. We always have, even before we knew what it was. But the funniest thing is that I believe I have a hack to achieve true social status, and it's not any of these things. And I feel like I might be tapping into some form of reverse psychology with this theory. If there's any psych majors watching this right now, please confirm or deconfirm. But in a lot of my videos, I talk about how I love to be the funny guy, how I don't really take myself too seriously, and that has benefited me in more ways than one. It goes way further than just bagging women. I am a very socially adaptable guy. I can kind of blend into different environments with different people pretty easily. I'm a social chameleon, if you will. It's actually really hilarious to me how many times I've been told by several people, man, the vibe is just better when you're around, dude. I'm the type of guy that every coworker tries to hang out with all the time, and I'm an introvert at my core, so I kind of ignore it, but whether it's in real life or on YouTube, I seem to be that guy that is just universally liked. The R-Truth effect, as I'm going to call it in this video. A lot of really clingy people tend to love me, and I just don't know why. Maybe it's just because I try to go out of my way to make everybody feel comfortable and not like a piece of shit, but I think it goes beyond that. I think it goes back to my theory of not taking yourself too seriously. A great example of this is one of my friends who's Asian. There was one time he was working in a grocery store, and he was closing with a group of guys that night, and they saw a customer come in. He was a white guy with an Asian girlfriend who barely spoke English. And he just looks at the group of guys and he says, "How good do you think she rode that dick for the green card?" And they were all dying laughing. They were like, "Dude, you can't say that shit. Come on, man." And he's all like, "Dude, if anybody gets to make fun of Asian people around here, it's me." And at that point, they were just belly laughing. He's the type of guy that gets invited everywhere, and he can kind of mingle with just about anybody. He's very similar to me, where he has the ability to make fun of himself, and he just does not take himself seriously at all. And there was actually like a brief period of time, I want to say for a month there, he was actually homeless, and he was kind of in a rough spot. And he worked in a gym at the time, and his boss loved him so much that he looked at him and said, "Hey, there's an extra room upstairs. Go stay up there until you can find a new place." Dude, and they could have gotten in so much trouble for doing that for him, but they only did it because they loved him. Do you see what I mean? This shit gets you places, man. It goes far beyond just the surface level stuff. And this is where that reverse psychology theory comes in. I think the reason this is because when somebody is not afraid to put themselves down and show a lot of self-deprecating humor, it allows people to put their guard down and stop competing with other adults. They're going to see you as an ally rather than an enemy. Like I said, they don't feel like they're competing with you because you're already putting yourself down. And not in a depressing, "oh man, he needs help" kind of way. The funniest part is that by putting yourself down like that, it actually exudes confidence. It's such a sign of self-awareness and the fact that you don't have an ego knowing that you're a flawed individual. Everybody always tries to hide their flaws. They try to seem like a perfect, flawless individual, and then that's going to make them strong. When it's just not. In fact, the opposite is actually true. If you're open about your flaws, you put them on display for everyone to see, there is something extremely noble and respectable about that. When you own that shit, you're basically invincible. Because everybody assumes that revealing your flaws is giving other people ammo to make fun of you. But it's not really fuel for the fire at all if you're the one displaying it. You're the one putting it out there first. Saying, yep, this is me. These are my flaws and this is who I am. I'm an imperfect individual, take it or leave it. And at the end of the day, it's actually really funny that everybody tries to appear perfect because at the end of the day, we don't want perfect. Admit it, boys. Fucking admit it. When you're on a dating app and you see a girl that's like actually flawless, actually completely perfect, you almost don't want to swipe right on her because she's almost too perfect. There's nothing to relate to. Obviously, she's super hot, but she's almost like too hot. Like, yeah, I'd do her. I'd viciously smash the shit out of her. But would it really work if we dated? Like, are you even a human or are you just AI kind of thing? If you look at the most popular characters in media, they're typically characters that people can relate to. It's no different in real life. If you show people that you own your flaws, they're gonna put their guard down and feel like they can be like that too. They just want to relate to you. And if you actually have the balls to do it, you're gonna be rewarded for it. I promise you. I think that just most people don't have the balls to do it, and that's why when somebody does, it's really special. And then they usually end up like R-Truth. That dude has remained in WWE for so fucking long and has literally zero haters. When they tried to release him out of nowhere a few months ago, not only did the internet, but people in the business retaliated. To me, that really shows how much this shit works. Cause like, he lost his job, and those people had nothing to gain. They only had shit to lose because they could have lost their job saying, yeah, hire this guy who just got released. But they did it anyways because Ronnie is a real one and he is universally beloved. This is why I pride myself on being the fun manager at work. I don't give a fuck if people come in late. I don't give a shit if they're standing around doing nothing. I don't care if we're goofing off playing Crazy Eights on our phone. If the work is getting done, I don't give a shit if we fuck around. Work doesn't have to be so cold and boring, man. You treat your employees like real people and they will reward you with hard work. Swear to fucking God, all these employers out there just wondering what the secret is to keeping employees and that's it. If you're the fun manager, those employees will go to fucking war for you, dude. Like, it's actually hilarious. By not acting like a manager, that's what actually gets your team to work harder. And to me, that's like a perfect real-life example for me. I never act like I'm some superior being that they need to bow down to and respect. I don't act like I'm above them or any of that shit. Like, I actually have a personality and think that sex and fart jokes are funny just like you, dude. Don't have to hide that shit around me. I get people from the team telling me all the time I'm their favorite manager because they know it's about to be an easy, fun shift at work. Can't say the same for every manager. Anyways, I think that's the secret, man. Instead of trying to hide your flaws, just own them. Always stay humble so then people can take themselves out of fight mode around you. And this applies to so many different parts of life. It's insane, man. This is universal advice. Anything from romantic relationships, friendships, work relationships, entertainment, anything. If you want to be universally liked in the room, you know what to do. Just do me a favor, would you? Keep good old Uncle Dino in the back of your mind when it works. 'Cause I'm your YouTube daddy. Or uncle. Whatever. This has been your boy, Dino fucking Ambrose. And I am out.